Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. This is Merrick here, back with another daily chess puzzle video, and this one is day 197, posting a chess puzzle every day for a year. So we are only 3 days left until 200 days of posting a chess puzzle every day for a year. And now, this puzzle that I'm showing you is a recent game. Norbek Satarov is white, and Alireza Firouzja is black. So it is black to move. Norbek just played rook d1, attacking black's queen on d7, and now it is Firouzja's turn to play for a win. So please pause the video and comment down below what you think the answer is. So the answer is knight takes f2. Knight takes f2 is a brilliant, it sacrifices the queen, so Firouzja actually sacrifices the queen here, and the reason behind this is knight takes h3 check is what Firouzja will play if Norbek takes the queen. And here, since the rook is controlling this file and the rook is attacking the king here, and the knight is controlling the g1 square, the king has no move. So queen f2 is forced, and rook takes f2 is actually checkmate. So that is why Alireza can sacrifice the queen. And a couple of options that he had instead of knight takes f2 were all leading to draw. So since after knight g3 check, which looks like a really appealing move, it exploits the pin on the f2 pawn, king g1, and let's say rook d5 here, attacking the rook on d1, rook takes e8 check, queen takes e8, rook takes d8, and after queen e1 check, it might look like we have something going, through like knight f1 check, king g1, and knight e3 check even, king h2 and knight takes d5, but there's queen takes queen d8 check. So for this reason, the only moves that black can play, the best moves that black can play, is just to repeat the position after king g1, knight g3 check, and accept the draw. That is why knight g3 check is not the right move, and why Firouzja played takes f2. And so knight takes f2, and in the game, Norbek continued the only move, rook takes e8 check, since the knight is attacking rook on d1 and also threatening mate with knight takes e3 check. So rook takes e8 check is forced, queen takes e8 check, queen takes e8, Firouzja plays, and that is the best move, obviously, recapturing the rook. And now Norbek is forced to play queen takes f2, since the knight is attacking the rook on d1 and attacking the pawn in h3, and the mate threat still stands. Let's say, for example, if Norbek plays what's called rook d1, knight takes h3 check, and it will be mate like this. So in the game, queen takes f2, Firouzja plays queen b5 check, checking the king and gaining a tempo. And you see how these like grandmasters, they don't just take on f2 and accept this position. However, they try to improve on it with queen b5 check and in between move, king g1 takes f2, king takes f2. It's the same exact position, except the queen is not on e8 but on b5, which is a more active square. And now Firouzja does a couple of checks, bringing the queen closer to the weak pawns on the queen side. Queen f4 check, king g1, queen e3 check. Norbek doesn't have anything to do here, just move the king because he's being checked. Now he brings the pawn on f5, trying to gain more space on the king side. Norbek tries to maneuver his knight to c4, try to find a good square for his knight to set up potential fortress if, let's say, black doesn't do anything and plays knight c4, queen c3, and like rook d2, and try to set up a fortress of some sort. However, this isn't possible. After queen c3, knight c4, Firouzja sacrifices the pawn, breaking open the queen side and just winning those pawns. So rook e1, Norbek sacrifices the queenside pawns to try to gain some counterplay in the center. However, Firouzja just takes on b3, winning that pawn, queen takes b3, and now Firouzja is easily winning. He has 3 pawns on the king side. Norbek only has a couple on the king side. So the game continues, knight g5, knight f3, and Firouzja just brings his king into play after king f6. Norbek tries to exchange some pawns after g4. Firouzja throws in a check, takes, queen f4, attacking the pawn, putting pressure on the knight as well. And now, after rook h1, Norbek tries to capture this pawn on h6. Let's say after queen takes g4, there's rook takes h6 check, And so Firouzja just plays king g7, protecting the pawn, keeping an eye on the g4 pawn. So white plays rook g1, and now h5. h5 attacks this pawn. If white takes, there is g4 attacking the knight on f3, and white can even play rook g3 here, since it's currently pinned. The pawn can, since the rook is pinning the pawn to the king. However, after a move like king h6, black renews the threat and will easily win after taking the knight and going into a winning queen versus rook endgame. So Nordebek plays king g2, takes on g4, knight e1, g3, threatening queen f2 and some mate threats, rook f1, queen e3, king e3, queen f2, sacrificing the queen once again. Firouzja's idea is after rook takes f2, there's g takes f2, attacking the knight and threatening promotion with f1 equals queen, so there's no way of stopping that pawn from becoming queen. And Nordebek resigns here. The game is over. He really has nothing to do since the queen is attacking on f1. The queen goes to, if the rook goes to h1, what's called Firouzja can just put his king in and mate the king on g4. He has a lot of winning ideas here. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this puzzle, and I will see you in day 198.